Moving. Yep.
All right. I plan to have a fairly short presentation, mainly because everyone that comes before me does such a great job of basically summarizing a lot of the activities that we spearhead, but the staff and the community do all the hard work on. But what have we been up to as a board since we last saw you in October? A lot of it is the more routine stuff. The end of the year is a lot of our planning cycle. We take our August planning retreat that we do every year and start to finalize a strategic plan. We come out with a lot of great ideas, and staff work over the last few months of the year putting that strategic plan together and working with the board. Budgeting is, and ending the fiscal is obviously also a lot of the work that we do. A lot of stuff that falls out of that, such as dealing with discretionary matches, approving the exact budgets, the 990 and such. We also deal with the election, closing that up. And then we start our new year, which we start a new board. And this year we welcomed 2 new board members, which we haven't seen for a while. So we had Patrick Gilmore join the board. Patrick's waving for you there. And we decided to make the board table a little bit bigger, and we've welcomed Medica Kao as well to the board starting this year. And it's been great to have those 2 on. They've been great contributors in just the short time they've been on. We do a lot of the a lot of our January or Q1 stuff is a lot more administrative. We get all the committees formed up, everything from elections, nom-com, fellowship, you name it. All those committees that you see, and I'll leave that if you want to go find out more about that on the website about us on the board. You can see all the committees, charters, structures. We take any feedback. The 2 I'll highlight is we did spend a lot of time discussing the nom-com charter. Specifically, we thank the community member that brought to our attention that we probably at a minimum need to tweak the formula. We did spend a lot of time, and as was presented earlier by Susan, we have made some adjustments on that on the nom-com charter, and we hope that will be well received. And it was also highlighted, we've been really tweaking with the fellowship committee the last few years. We made some changes again this year, but also we're making a few others, including, we've increased the numbers, and we're very proud at the board on how that seems to be working. I think this is our best April attendance in some time, or at least when you look at the room, it's full, which is always good to see people fighting for seats. And the board continues to be very strong on outreach and fellowship and anything we can do to enhance and increase participation. And we welcome any ideas the community has, with an open microphone coming soon, on how we can continue to take that further. The usual other administration stuff, we've ratified 6 policies since we last saw you that you've seen. That was discussed earlier. We're also discussing ARIN's scope of services, which might sound a bit odd, but we've realized that we need to try and articulate that more in official form, because that's come up at the microphone many times, what exactly is ARIN's scope. So that is something we are currently working on earlier in this year. And I think, to a certain degree, that might be about it, other than saying we will be going, before we see you next time, we will be having our planning retreat. That, just for those who know, we staff, and from community suggestions, the board gets together and tries to develop the short and long-term strategic plan for the organization. So when we get to the open microphone, or through the suggestion process, or by taking a board member or John aside, if you have ideas or suggestions on stuff that we should be looking at, I would welcome it. And I will close before we jump into questions and open microphone, just to say, on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank our exceptional staff running on the board. And staying on the board is some work, but it's made so much easier by having such professional staff that make sure we have a tip-top operation in delivering our mission, and they support the board. You ask for any kind of information, document, proposal, it's like a magic box. It just appears so quickly and professionally. So a round for our professional staff. And again, thank you to on behalf of the board, to our advisory council, our NRO, and all our people who volunteer in the community, and volunteer so much of their time. This organization wouldn't be as successful as it is without. So again, appreciation to all those that volunteer their time on behalf of the board on the community. And that's about it, I think, unless there are questions on that, although if there's questions, it's probably just easier to do it on an open microphone.